Okay, y'all, we're going to go through the second part of the workbook today. And for that chapter, for those of you who don't have the workbook yet, are considering getting the workbook, are trying to get your foundation built around grant funding, the first chapter we went through is already available on YouTube if you haven't already gotten it. While you're there, like and subscribe, you know the vibe, right? All right. Today we're going to be talking about your why, okay? And that is going to be important. I know I say everything is important, but it really all is important because you have to understand what these funders want to know, how to communicate with them, and these are going to increase your chances of being funded, all right? So today we're going to be going through the second part of that. And yesterday, or the day, whenever we did the last session, we were talking about how to make sure that your name is not a name, or a company name that sounds high risk. And we worked through the workbook section that allowed us to come up with or create company names and work through the process of finding names, sourcing names, resources, and tools to protect your name. But today we're going to talk about finding your why. All right. What is your why? And yes, your why is important. Every time we've gone through a grant application, this has come up. Okay. I'm working on right now like a compilation of things for you guys. And one of them is about questions that grant funders want to know and then how to answer those questions. One of the questions that come up fairly often is, why did you start this business, right? Now, I want you guys to give that answer in a very informed and educated way. I don't want you guys to just, think of the first thing that comes to your mind and then put it down. I want you guys to have a lot of thought, intention into your answers because this will ultimately inform other answers as well. All right. So the discovery is going to be why you started, your core values, and what's keeping you going. Okay. Because this will be a question that comes up on grant applications for sure. Now, okay, let's talk about your personal experience. What is it that led you to actually start your business? Right? You're going to have to think about that question, and that question is going to be really important because it's something, again, that comes up. What is it? Now, I'm just going to give you a little bit of a tidbit. For those who are going to be doing the workshop with us that comes with the workbook, then you will have chances to ask your own personal questions, but I will give you one tidbit here on live, okay? One thing is that grant funders do not really want to know about you. They don't, all right? Everything that you're tying in from your answer is going to be about your business. It's not going to be a personal anecdote. It's not going to be something that you are going to be telling them about, like, you always had a dream of being an entrepreneur. Okay, that's cute, but dreams sometimes are nightmares, right? And you might be in a situation where you thought you were going to start a business and your business is not what it turned out to be, all right? So it could have been a passion. It could have been personal experience. I've told you guys in other sessions and this session as well that I think that answer should be from a place where you saw some kind of market opportunity that you can leverage and take advantage of. Christy, is that you? Sorry. No, it's not Christy. It looks like Christy, but it's not Christy. Okay, so I think that when you're answering that question, one of the things that you should say is something along the lines of, you saw a market opportunity. It could have been brought on by passion, right? It could have been brought on by personal experience, but no matter what, you being able to see the opportunity and understand how you can leverage that opportunity is going to be more important than you just spewing details about your personal experiences. All right. So that's the thing. So, another thing to consider is, what change are you going to bring with this business? And then we talked about this at length. If you go down through the last couple of videos on my page, I've spoken about this almost ad nauseum, and I'm kind of tired of talking about it. We do not, and when I say we, I mean anyone who is in this space, does not just want to talk about funding from the place where you are asking to be rescued. All right, that is relief. A grant and these kinds of funds that we are seeking and going after are money that are allocated to projects and or initiatives that need to be funded within a business or organization. It's not free money that they're throwing away for the heck of it. All right, y'all. That's just the truth of the matter. Okay. So when we're talking about this, I don't want you guys to tell them how you started this business and now you need inventory, because that doesn't speak to the impact that you're going to be having in this world. People who have been consistently funded have been the ones that can demonstrate not only what a well thought out idea, that their idea has legs in some way, but then that their idea is well thought out, it has an impact, and you understand how it's going to be successful. Okay? Those are the ideas that get funded consistently. So just consider that, right? So what impact are you going to have? Next thing you want to know is what challenges are you going to have? Because no matter what business or industry you're in, you're going to have challenges. All right? That's a given. And for you to not think you're going to have challenges, it's a little questionable. So when you're thinking about your why, you want to either talk about some of the challenges that you've overcome. Yes, there are grants for startups. We're talking about how to actually position yourself to go through these applications and be competitive, okay? So you can talk about some of the challenges that actually put you in a position to understand what problem you're solving. But you also want to talk about this from a standpoint of understanding what challenges you're going to face as you move forward through these applications and through this funding process and through building your business. All right. Now, some of it may be passion based. A lot of people start businesses because they're passionate about something, and that's good. But I feel like a lot of business owners shouldn't do that. But that's a whole nother story for another time. But it could be passion based. So if it was something that you're passionate about, or you're obsessed with, or you're really like thrown into, you want to build a story around that that's compelling, that will be able to articulate your why and why grant funding is for you and your business based on this passion. All right. Now, your values. Now, this is going to be also very important, because you can't align yourself with everything, right? You're not willing to die on every hill. And if you are, that's going to be an interesting story too. But, your core values are going to be interwoven into who you are, what you do, how you appear in the world, what it is that you're producing, and why you're producing it, right? So you want to talk about what some of those values are that align with your business, and make sure that you're really clear about those, because those are what's going to help you answer some of these questions as well, all right? Also could be legacy, also could be needs-based, all right? Needs-based is probably and arguably one of my favorite ways to answer these questions or go about this grant funding process, because businesses solve problems for a profit, right? Think about anything that you use, anything that you have, a purchase that you've made in the last 5 days, all right? What need were you filling? And that's a real question. So anyone can tell me what they purchased and what need it is that they believe they were filling by making that purchase. It could be anything. And if you're not sure what need you were filling, I'll help you along. No one? Okay. So I'll give an example. One of them is like a microwave, right? We use a microwave and we think that microwaves just help us heat our food, but microwaves are really positioned as something that are a tool of convenience, right? So if someone's building a microwave, or someone is going to innovate on a microwave or some kind of tool that's similar to it, when you're asking about what needs your market has and why you're building or developing this product that will be able to impact your end user, you want to talk about that need. All right. So the need would be something along the lines of we're innovating on this microwave because our consumers were tired of opening the microwave door and pressing the buttons. Now we've created this microwave that can read their minds and know exactly what food they put in, and it scans it and automatically knows whether it needs to be defrosted or heated up or whatever the case may be, right? I'm just giving a really exaggerated example. But You got to think about the needs that your customers have, because that ultimately will impact the why of why you built this product out. Because we don't just build products just to do it. We build products because someone needs it, they're going to use it, and they're going to pay you because you solved a problem for them, right? Okay. Emotions. Believe it or not, emotions are a really big part of this. All right. You need to understand how your customers feel. And the reason why you need to understand how your customers feel is because ultimately you will be speaking to their emotions. We as humans do not make buying decisions solely on logic or reason or price. We're emotionally compelled to interact and engage with certain products, right? With that being said, if you can make an emotional appeal to the person who will ultimately be using your product or your service, that will be not only marketing copy in the future, it will be, photos that you use. It could be how you articulate your why. It could be a number of things that you're using to communicate, I have my brain fritzed, communicate with your client, right? So, for example, if I'm going to give you an example, we'll keep with the microwave example, okay? So, with the microwave example, if I have a microwave and I'm targeting busy moms, and I'm saying to busy moms, here's this solution for you. All right. I already know she's going to be emotionally invested in having a tool that can help her cut time on cooking in the kitchen and spending more time with her children. That's an emotional appeal. It sounds logical, but if you know how a mother feels about her time and being already limited and strapped, you're going to be appealing to her need, her emotional need, as much as you are appealing to her logic of, duh, of course I want a microwave that's going to help me save time. Of course I want a microwave that's going to help me spend more time with my children. But that's something that she's missing emotionally, or maybe even mentally in some capacities, that will help solve that problem for her, right? So your values will be very much aligned. Your why will be very much aligned with the emotional appeal, all right? And then, of course, your vision. Now, your vision has to be something that is like out of this world, astronomical. No one else is going to solve this but you. It has to be really bold, audacious, and ambitious, And this is also going to solidify your why, right? Almost make an argument for it. Because if I'm saying why I want to build this hypothetical, why I want to build this hypothetical microwave is because I believe every mom in the world should have access to a tool or a resource that's going to be convenient for her and helped her build more time in with her children during the day. I'm saying every mom, right? So do I even know if every mom has this issue? No, but because of the emotional appeal, because of the challenge, because of all the elements that we've already just discussed as to why you're building out your product and your service, I just baked into the vision immediately, right? So when you're talking to grant funders now and they're asking you, give me your vision statement, give me your mission statement, talk to me about your impact, all of those things that I just outlined will be a part of that. And your ability to articulate these things in a very not only logical, but business acumen, foundational way is going to be important. Okay. Now, the workbook will give you questions and prompts that will help you move along through these questions and help you take some time to really think about how you want to approach this. And if you need more support, there is a community access code where we'll chat. I'll drop resources, and then once a month we'll meet together so that we can get your particular questions answered about your business. All right. So with all of these things in place, you'll be able to build out your mission statement, your vision statement, and an elevator pitch. And again, when we go through these grant applications, there's hundreds of videos on YouTube. All right. We've been going through grant applications. I've been giving you the answers to be competitive, walking you through every single question and how I would answer them, which is the framework that I've used to do 6 figures in funding. When we go through these applications, vision, mission, and elevator are almost never gone, or you can use them in some way. All right. The questions are there. So if you can work through these answers in the workbook, there are prompts to help you get through them. You'll be able to walk through these grant applications a lot more informed and empowered. All right. So, what else? Let's see what else we can talk about. That's pretty much it for session 2. All right. So I'll announce the next time we're going to do chapter 3, but that is what that's pretty much it for today. Understanding your why and why you're building up this product, why your consumers are going to engage with it, why you value what you value, why you built this thing or this project or initiative, the impact that you're going to plan on having. All of those things go into being able to answer these questions. All right. Once you get through this, the next chapter is going to be identifying your ideal customer. All right. Again, another question that comes up a lot is understanding your customer. If you don't understand your customer, how can you sell to them? How can you build a relationship with them? How can you nurture them? How can you create new products for them? So chapter 3, we're going to talk about actually identifying those people, learning how to target them, and different elements that go into that. Okay. Any questions before we head out? Any questions? Okay, so if there's no questions, just a reminder, the book is available where links exist. And inside of that book, if you go to the resources section, there is a link or like a QR code where you can scan it. It will bring you to the community. It's like a thread where you can ask questions, interact. I'm in there, right? I'll drop additional resources for you that I find valuable and I think you guys can use, as well as once a month we'll meet to answer questions for your business. Okay? All right. So if no one else has any questions, I'm going to go ahead and head out, and I will see you guys again soon for chapter 3. All right. Bye.